Well, in 2011, we had 2 suicides of students in our school and 2 unsuccessful attempts. And then in the midst of all that and working with the superintendent and other people at the school, we had 20 plus, the last word I heard was 26 kids all go to the hospital the same day of some bad drugs they took in school. These kids came to school angry, upset, because of what they had to do to take care of their brothers and sisters. They didn't want to do that. They just wanted to be kids, but they were having to be the mom and dad of their own home. And the superintendent called me and he said, "John," he said, "my kids are killing themselves and I'm not sure what to do." And I said, "Well, I believe the reason your kids are killing themselves is because they got no hope. And I'll be honest with you, the only hope I know to bring them is Jesus. So if you can't deal with Jesus coming to your school, I may not be the guy to come help." And his response to me at the time was, "Listen, I can be fired because my kids are killing themselves, or I can be fired because I brought Jesus into the school. You come do whatever you want." So I went and I counseled with some of the students, some of the teachers, and I quickly realized that culturally I couldn't relate to these kids. I'm an old white guy, and it was a lot of young African American and Hispanic kids, and I struggled to relate to them. Several months before that, back in March of 2011, I was at a Great Commission Initiative training up in the Woodlands and met a young man by the name of Trey Nine. And more through other people, I heard them say they were doing a lot of work in the 5th Ward with young people. And so I got to thinking, well, if Trey's doing work in the 5th Ward, this can't be that much different than that. And I don't think it was long after he got here that he decided that it was probably going to be the best thing for him just to come and start helping me. Trey came, we did a couple of assemblies for the junior high and the high school, and those were just positive, character building, uplifting. So that night after those 2 assemblies just happened to be a home varsity basketball game. And it simultaneously, when the game ended, the music at Hip Hop Hope started. And at that first meeting we had 127 kids come forward at the first altar call. 72 kids that night prayed to receive Christ. See, that was 2011, and he's been here ever since.
So from 2012 all the way to 2015, I had this time of being in the community, doing Hip Hop Hope in parks, in front of a house, in a field, in all these different places.
Trey basically said, "You know, I really don't want to get in the business of having a building, but the youth of Brookshire don't have anything. They don't have anything safe to do, and really if I were going to do anything, I'd want a community center for the kids of Brookshire."
And so 3.5 years later, after not being able to find real estate, not being able to find a building, we finally arrived at the Hangar Unity Center. And the reason it's not a youth center is because God wanted to do something bigger.
The Hangar, I mean, as long as I've been here, the Hangar, I've watched the Hangar just grow.
Monday night we work with women, Tuesday night is teen guys, Wednesday night is teen girls, and then Thursday night at the takeoff is junior high and high schoolers, along with our food drives and then special events. So we're trying to make positive improvements in the lives of people in this community while always having a gospel focus.
I'll tell you what Kingsland loves about Eyes on Me and what's happening not only at Brookshire but all over the city of Houston is there's so many places you invest, and there's a lot of administration where they talk about what they're going to do, and they have committees to plan what they might do sometime, and then they have committees to plan what they'll do, and they plan. And what I love, Eyes on Me's just doing it. I mean, just jump in and do it. And so when you invest dollars in Eyes on Me, you have this like direct impact into the kingdom that's really rare.
I grew up here, and there wasn't very many programs that were there, especially not consistently for the youth to go to. Outside of school, there wasn't a safe environment for them to be in. And that's what the Hangar provides, a safe environment for them to be in, programs for them to get involved in, things to help them, flourish.
I see it as the community is being more proactive. It's us, taking care of us. And it is a lot of us that are mentoring the kids.
No one ever envisioned a program like this coming to Brookshire to help the citizens. I was just in awe of the services that were available and how they build you up, and encourage you.
Imagine us being able to train people in a trade, whether it's t-shirt printing or studio audio engineering or construction 101. Well, this multi-service building in the back, if we get it up and running, we can start doing that. Full court basketball, imagine how many people would come to the hangar that we could touch. What about the soccer fields across the street? If we could get the fence up around there and get the soccer programs going and get a league started, we can do all that here at the hangar.
You know, one of the things that I think of that Eyes on Me provides is they actually provide hope. And so many of these kids, they just lost hope. And when you lose hope, you're lost. And I personally believe that the way to strengthen a community is to strengthen the families within that community. And I truly believe that's what Eyes on Me strives to do.
I mean, I really see the love of Christ here with the, like I say, the remodeling that I see a lot, and then with the kids that you allow to come in here and you tutor them and stuff. I just see it spread. This is real love.